Pakistan is waging an information or disinformation war against India. Fake news is flooding mobile phones across the country with the aim of inciting communal tension and communal disharmony. It came to light both during Anti-Citizenship Amendment Act protests and during farm law protests. Some of these YouTube channels and websites, including one called Naya Pakistan Group, have been active since the historic decision on Article 370 that caught Pakistan flat-footed. The government has now started a massive crackdown. Mohit Sharma brings you our top story on India First. On the 21st of November 2021, a YouTube channel ran a fake story that 200 Indian Army personnel had accepted Islam in Srinagar, claiming this was big news both for the Indian Army and the government. This news had over 16,000 views before it was fact-checked and found to be fake. But this wasn't an isolated incident of deliberate disinformation offensive mounted by Pakistan against India. Naya Pakistan Global ran a series of fake news stories, including one with a picture of General Manoj Mukund Narvane claiming that the Indian Army chief had taken the government to court in Sikkim. And yet another fake news story claimed Indian soldiers recited Kalma after being caught by Kashmiri Mujahideen. Based on information provided by intelligence agencies, the Union Information and Broadcasting Ministry has cracked the whip on 20 Pakistan-based YouTube channels and 2 Pakistan-based websites.
नया पाकिस्तान ग्रुप हो, इसके माध्यम से चलने वाले लगभग 15 यूट्यूब चैनल्स हों या 5 अन्य यूट्यूब चैनल्स हों, 2 वेब पोर्टल्स हों जो कानून के अनुसार उनका उल्लंघन भी कर रहे थे, तो आईटी रूल्स के अंतर्गत उनके खिलाफ कार्रवाई भी की गई है ताकि देश के खिलाफ जो एजेंडा पाकिस्तान की ओर से चलता है, पाकिस्तान की वेबसाइट्स और वहाँ के जो हैंडल वाले यहाँ पर कर रहे हैं, उसके खिलाफ ये कड़ी कार्रवाई की गई है ताकि ऐसी ताकतों को देश के खिलाफ काम ना करने दिया जाए.
The government in a statement claimed that the channels and websites belong to a coordinated disinformation network operating from Pakistan that was spreading fake news about sensitive topics including military activities in J&K, the Sri Ram Mandir at Ayodhya and the Mi-17 V5 helicopter crash in Kunur. Pakistan's political leaders, including a former federal minister, have also tried to spread disinformation.
Under the circumstances, it was an absolute essential necessity to do so. They had more than 35 lakh subscribers and 55 crore viewers. Apparently, they were beginning to create chaos and confusion in the minds of Indians, particularly those who are vulnerable sections.
The INB ministry in a statement said the modus operandi of the anti-India disinformation campaign involved the Naya Pakistan Group operating from Pakistan, having a network of YouTube channels and some other standalone YouTube channels not related to NPG. The channels had a combined subscriber base of over 35 lakh and their videos had over 55 crore views. Some of the YouTube channels were being operated by anchors of Pakistani news channels. The government in a statement also said it was also feared that these YouTube channels would be used to post content to undermine the democratic process of the upcoming elections in 5 states. Information warfare is a low-cost, high-result weapon of war, and the government insists it has acted to secure the information space in India and utilized emergency powers to remove anti-India content and coordinated disinformation network.
In a massive crackdown against anti-India propaganda, the Government of India today, through the Ministry of Information Broadcasting, blocked 20 YouTube channels and 2 websites, which were essentially not just targeting the youth through fake stories, but also trying to create disharmony amongst communities. It is said that the total subscriber base of these YouTube channels as well as web portals was around 3.5 million and were being operated from Pakistan. The Government of India sources further have said that this is just a start and more such bans could follow. For India Today, this is Mohit Sharma with video journalist Kirpal.
In current and future warfare, information and disinformation will play a very critical role. Information and intelligence are actually battle-winning factors, and this is where Pakistan has been caught desperately trying to muddy waters in India. But is this just then the tip of the iceberg? Is there an entire ecosystem that peddles either the Pakistani narrative or the Chinese narrative, and do they need to be effectively checkmated? Joining me on India First, Lieutenant General Syed Ata Hasnain, former General Officer commanding Chinar Corps in Srinagar, someone who understands and appreciates information warfare extensively. Jitin Jain is a cybersecurity analyst. Also joining us from Pakistan is Kamar Chima, political and security analyst. General Hasnain, is this an important first step? Is this, in your appreciation, as some argue, just the tip of the iceberg? Or is this too little and too late, coming as it does much after the anti-CAA protests and farm law protests?
Thank you, Gaurav. Thank you for having me on your show. You're discussing a very, very important aspect. No, it's not too little too late. It's still in time, very much in time. It is getting notorious, there's no doubt. Pakistan's information is notorious. So far, it was not very professional over the years. It is getting more professionalized, and therefore its effectiveness will obviously also increase simultaneously. I may remind you, 5 years ago, Pakistan put out this information on what is called the Muslim Regiment. And they said that there was a Muslim regiment in the Indian army, and people in India started questioning, where was the Muslim regiment? And it said that the Muslim regiment refused to fight for the Indian army in 1965, and in 1971, they were kept away from the front lines.
Yes.
This is the kind of disinformation. Believability, high credibility. You know, they can actually spin credibility to make it believable. So it's a very important first step which the government of India is taking this time. I compliment the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting for having done this.
Okay.
But as I said, it may be a little too little at the moment still. There'll be many more steps perhaps which will be required. You got to remember, this is a defensive thing that you have done at the moment. Now you will have to pick up some more offensive aspects. You will have to go into the game of fake news itself.
Absolutely.
You will have to go into the news of fake news.
Absolutely.
Because there are many other platforms like Instagram, there is Facebook, there are so many other places where this game is going to be played out over the years. We are only seeing the tip of the iceberg.
And is this only just starting? Are we only playing a very defensive game, as the general raised that issue? Jitin Jain, there are more than just 20 YouTube handles that peddle this disinformation for Pakistan. Important first step, or just symbolic action ahead of elections? Much more needs to be done, and with clinical precision.
No, it is not, Gaurav. It is not 20 odd YouTube channels or something. It is a 600-member tri-services multimedia agency called ISPR, which is tasked to spread misinformation across India in a sustained manner throughout the years. Now, you look at, the information space after Balakot, this whole propaganda of, nothing being hit by Indian jets, this, crows dying in Balakot. All this was spread by ISPR. It was ISPR which said that, we did not lose any aircraft, we never used F-16, and Indians, we, captured 2 Indian pilots, we shot down 2 Indian aircrafts, how Modi had lost decisively and all those things. Then you see the COVID era. Your channel did an investigation, covered the investigation done by us, how thousands and thousands of TikTok handles were spreading, instigating Indian Muslims not to follow COVID guidelines because they will be anti-religious. Now, this has gone on, and then this whole propaganda in last 3 years, post 317 Kashmir, that Indian Muslims have been in danger. Then you make fake accounts of princes and, head of states across Middle East, and you put out anti-India comments trying to create some sort of diplomatic crisis, create foreign policy problems for India. So this has been going on for many, many years now, almost 3 years. Now you look at this incident of Muhammad Shami being trolled. When you investigate, you realize first 1,000 tweets abusing Muhammad Shami came from Pakistan. So, there is a concentrated attempt to create friction and divisions in Indian society on political lines, on religious lines, create a situation in India which is exploited to, in a way, exploit the democratic process, influence the democratic process, And this is a frustration. This Naya Pakistan is a Jhuta Pakistan and Besharam Pakistan.
Fair enough. So a symbolic first step has been taken, as the general points out, perhaps tip of the iceberg, but Qamar Chima, and with due respect, sir, with due respect, Qamar Chima, people with rather... hold on, Jitin, I am coming back to you, but let me also bring Qamar Chima into this conversation. People with rather limited intelligence so far appear to be handling these Pakistani YouTube channels and websites. Look at the level of disinformation that is being spread. Turkish army enters New Delhi. Bizarre. I mean, who are you fooling? Indians or your own people? 350 Indian spies hanged in by Taliban in Afghanistan to send a message to Modi and Yogi. I mean, is there a rule in Pakistan, sir? No one with a higher IQ than Imran Khan gets access to computers.
Well, I think social media is obviously a vast field, and it is very difficult to process the information. Not everyone who is getting information can process the information. So definitely the states are really very careful. We never thought that what this fake news could have been, unless a couple of years ago when the EU Disinformation Lab told us that 750 media outlets were being used by Indians, 10 zombie NGOs being used by Indians, dead professors being used by Indians against Pakistan and to lobby against Pakistan.
You were foolish to even say all that. You were caught out so flat-footed on that. I mean, that was more ISI propaganda. How could you be...
YouTube channels are worrying you. You are a nation of 1 billion people.
No, it's not worrying us. That's the point we are raising.
20 YouTube channels.
20 YouTube channels don't worry us, sir. No, that's exactly why I asked, sir.
The problem, they want to scare you from Pakistan. Oh, look.
Scare us about Pakistan.
Millions of dollars from the Indian national kitty against Pakistan, and you are unaware. Thanks to the Brussels-based EU Disinformation Lab, which told that how the Indian public money is being used against Pakistan. And now you
but they're all facts. Sir, when Pakistanis are called terrorists, it's a fact. A Financial Action Task Force is saying it. Sir, हमारे देश में इमरान खान से ज़्यादा इंटेलिजेंस के लोग हैं, संभवतः इसीलिए we are doing the right thing. Sir, you know, nobody in India is called Im the Dim. That is Pakistan. Imran Khan का IQ level low है.
Why are you worried from 20 YouTube channels?
Not worried, sir. Not worried.
Your government was having 750
Let me answer.
The general wants to respond. Go on, sir.
Let me answer. Qamar Saab, I mean, how long can you hold on to this? आप कब तक justify करेंगे? Pakistan, the terrorist sponsoring state. दुनिया जानती है. Everyone knows around the world. Why should we bother about these 20 channels you're saying? These 20 channels is the tip of the iceberg. There are any number more in the environment. This is the first actual signs of grey zone warfare. The attempts to try and get into the political environment, to get into the social environment, into society, create cliques within society. This is all the first portents of grey zone warfare. अभी तक तो आपने proxy war लड़ी है, उसके बाद आपने जो है hybrid war लड़ी है, अब जो है grey zone warfare के अंदर जा रहे हैं. See, naturally India has to take steps against this. We understand the dynamics of this entire thing. Of course, I have also complimented the ISPR at one time and said you are a very professional organization because everything nefarious you are extremely good at. That is your job, but you are very good at it.
Okay, Qamar Chima, fact of the matter, leave EU disinformation, leave all of that aside. The issue is, why would Pakistan, that barely has enough money to buy its next meal, waste money in disinformation when you know you failed in 1971, you failed at Siachen, you failed at Kargil, you failed at terrorism. There is no way you're getting Kashmir. Tell us, what is the game plan behind this disinformation?
Well, I think, first of all, General Hasnain is a decorated and senior general, and I really love to hear a lot from him, and we really learn from him. But the point to ponder here is, what General Hasnain was mentioning, and I think as IISS talk at the UK, he was praising ISPR. And I really mentioned his talk that, oh, look, Indian general is praising us. So we are just protecting a Pakistani
but what is he praising? He's not praising your military. He's not praising. No. If you consider that as praise, it's really not praise. But anyway, go on, sir.
Let me finish my argument. We just protect the Pakistani narrative. The aim is not to expose India or the others. We want India.
You expose yourself.
To know that the Indian disinformation should not affect our minds. The point is, we can fight. You are saying we do not have a next meal. The only thing we have is we know how to counter India. Even if you will be a $5 trillion GDP, $10 trillion GDP, we will tell you we know how to counter India, and that's the only thing.
मतलब घास की रोटी खाएंगे, एटम बम बनाएंगे, वही हो रहा है आपके जीवन में.
Now, 800 million people are living on a $2 a day. India, do not tell us about the poverty in India. We actually know what's going on in India.
Sir, we know ground realities in our country, but we are growing and you are shrinking. Sir, you are becoming a jihadi basket case. But don't worry. You should stop comparing. Stop comparing yourselves with India. मतलब राजा भोज और आपका कोई comparison हो ही नहीं सकता. But Jitin Jain.
Giving it to the rich.
Jitin Jain. Pakistan desperately tried to foment trouble. Hold on. Qamar Chima, this is not a fish market. ये जंग का वो आज सखी लड़िया टाइप ये जंगी नहीं है. ये जंग नहीं है यार. No, hold on. You are not a hardened military. आज today Taliban slapped your army all across your face at the Durand line. So wake up. We know what is happening. Taliban has slapped you across your face. You are not a hardened military. But Jitin Jain, Pakistan desperately tried to foment trouble even during anti-CAA protests and farm law protests. In air crashes, they've tweeted pictures of earlier crashes trying to set a narrative. They may fail miserably, but as Qamar Chima rightly points out, and as did General Hasnain, ISPR, वो पाकिस्तान का फौजी फाउंडेशन वो आटा भी बनाएंगे, सीमेंट भी बनाएंगे, ब्रेड भी बनाएंगे, बिल्डिंग भी बनाएंगे और प्रोपेगेंडा भी करेंगे. मतलब apart from fighting a war, Pakistan army does everything.
Qamar, you will get paid full 3,000 rupees, but keep quiet for a while. Now listen. Now Facebook gave a release from Singapore in 2000. Facebook gave a release in 2014 that how Pakistan ISI was running proxy Facebook pages to spread propaganda about Balakot during Indian elections. So you have been a global, worldwide information imposter who has been spreading coordinated misinformation. Now the problem with Pakistan is, जैसे कमर जी आपने कहा, भूखे मर जाएंगे मगर पत्थर फेंकना नहीं छोड़ेंगे. Now this whole country is run by ISI, which is only surviving on propaganda. And this so-called self-acclaimed best intelligence agency in the world, in its entire history, has never won a war, but has never, lost an election. Never lost a Pakistani election. Now, this Naya Pakistan so-called Imran Khan group, this is where the cohesion is happening. All the political trolls which have been
you do not have stability in Pakistan. You should be happy we have a democracy.
This Pakistan and democracy should not be used in the same sentence, sir.
The Narendra Modi has made it sure 20 YouTube channels are a pain for India. What kind of
It's not a pain for us, sir. We are only highlighting the thread. सर कांटा भी चुभे ना, कांटा भी चुभे तो उसको हटा देना चाहिए वरना वो नासूर बन सकता है. But General Hasnain, it's not about 20 YouTube channels. Qamar Chima's worm's eye view is that he can't look at the bigger picture. But that is because Pakistanis are tactically brilliant and strategically very stupid. They haven't been able to look at the bigger picture right from 1947. General Hasnain.
We should ask Google.
There's no doubt about you see. Your observation, Gaurav, is absolutely right. 20 channels is not the question. 2 websites is not the question. The question is the overall strategy which Pakistan seems to be following. You see, right from 1989 in particular, when they chose to go hybrid and not to risk a conventional war, this is the chosen method. And they have learned the art from their friends, the Chinese, who, as you remember, in 1993 came out with war under informationized conditions. 2003, they came out with the 3-war strategy. All this is parts of the borrowed stuff which they keep taking from the Chinese, refining it. Although the ISPR has done a great job, as I always continue to say, professionally from a nefarious angle, they've done a great job of putting all this out. You may remember there was a time that they were actually putting out news information that the Indian women soldiers of the Indian Army were being exploited by senior officers of the Indian Army. There were news of this kind moving around at all times, and they have got even fake names of people reporting from Delhi. I am aware of those names, those fake names that they keep putting into their news stories. So everything tried to make it authentic as such. If we had not stopped it now, It was about time we did it. If we had not stopped it now, this was going to multiply. This was going to snowball into something much bigger. And I think this time, at the time of the 5 states going to elections, this is a very appropriate time to do it.
Okay. But, you know, ISPR doing well is something like, you know, the lawyer argued well, but the client was still hanged.
That's what I also, you know, I always meant that. I always meant that.
Yes, sir. So, you know, Pakistan doing well has to be taken with what's happening on ground. And Qamar Cheema, just today, your Prime Minister argues for Taliban world over. I mean, he has 2 begging bowls in his hand, one for Pakistan, one for Afghanistan, gets nothing for either. And yet today it was the Taliban that walked away with your barbed wire fence at Nangarhar. I mean, what kind of utter humiliation is this for Pakistan?
Well, I think as far as this Afghanistan thing is concerned, we are only looking for a humanitarian perspective in Afghanistan because we are really concerned because this is a societal concern for Pakistan. Societal security, we just cannot afford more migrants and refugees in Pakistan. We have had enough of that. Our nation cannot afford that. Nobody can host other countries. So that is why we're just sensitizing international community, asking yourself. I think
but they don't want it, sir. Look at the way they beat up your soldiers. They've been killing your soldiers. They've been beating up your soldiers.
So this is the most difficult time for India because you do not have your deep state and raw in India, in Afghanistan this time.
That is so not true. You may think that, but it's your soldiers who are dying at the AFPAC border, sir. You've lost more than 100 soldiers. But Jitin Jain, the bigger concern for India is not Pakistan with its limited IQ, but China with its legal wars and information wars, as the general very correctly pointed out.
No, look, Gaurav, you know, we have put out a couple of, you know, presentations and different public forums where we have figured out that Chinese state is now collaborating with ISPR for running influence operations in India. And this is primarily for 3 reasons: that Chinese do not have command over Indian languages and culture, which Pakistani have. Chinese have money and Pakistan has a begging bowl. So they have hired ISPR as a taxi to spread misinformation in India. We saw that during the, you know, Galwan conflict, where fake photos of Indian soldiers were being spread, fake theories about troop movements were being spread from Pakistan, you know, acting as Chinese handles, acting as Chinese OSINT operators. So I think the worry for India should not be to deal with this low IQ Pakistan. I think they are a failed state. We have to focus on 3 things. A, our society should not get infected by this virus of misinformation originating from Pakistan. We should not question our own Muslims about, you know, abusing Hindus. We should not accuse our own Hindu brothers of different religions to abuse Muslims. This is all being orchestrated.
All of this is being orchestrated. That's a very pertinent point you've raised. I've run out of time on the show this evening. I have to take a break here, Jitin. You've raised very pertinent points and we will take them up in the days and weeks ahead. A quick break at this stage. Coming up next is Business Today with Abha Baqaya.